Before you try to start a new habit, know that not all habits are created equal. Keystone habits are the habits that you're looking for. Keystone means a central stone at the summit of an arc, locking the whole together. And that's exactly what a keystone habit does. It's a habit that has a ripple effect on all other areas in your life. Performing the habit will create a positive ripple. Missing the habit will have a negative ripple. It holds an aspect of your life together. In this video, I'm going to recommend 5 keystone habits that I have a lot of experience with. I'll talk about why each is a keystone habit, my experience with them, and how you can take action on them each day. The first keystone habit is reading and/or learning. When you're engaged in a new book that motivates, inspires, and offers great information, it's easy to see how this can be a keystone habit. Particularly, self-improvement books can act as a guide for the rest of your actions. I started reading self-improvement, finance, and psychology books after I finished college, and it's an activity that's shaped my life quite substantially. I mean, I have a YouTube channel that discusses these things, so it's kind of obvious for me, but even if I didn't have one, I'm certain that I would have still been affected in a positive way by these books. Oddly, I do have periods where I stop reading for a week or so, and I feel like my brain isn't as engaged in my purpose, and other parts of my life are affected when that happens. A very practical way that you can make this into a daily habit is by listening to audiobooks while you drive. It's the easiest to integrate into your life, and it's very time efficient. The next keystone habit is exercise. I'm 100% sure everyone knows this, but I think what goes over their heads is how powerful of a keystone habit it can really be. Exercise for me personally affects the way I eat, sleep, work, and even my mood around other people. About 2 years ago, I sprained my ankle and couldn't do my usual routine with gymnastics and dance. I distinctly remember that period of my life being one of the most agonizing times in the past 5 years. I didn't want to go out, my diet was worse, and I didn't even want to get work done. Even my family members could tell that I was pretty different. I went through physical therapy for my ankle, and after it healed, I began to feel like myself again. That's when I realized how important of a keystone habit exercise was to me. My friend told me that it might be different for me since I'm passionate about gymnastics and dance. She has a good point, and I understand I can only experience things from my perspective. I can talk about the science, but I doubt that changed anything. Instead, I'll say try it for yourself. Carve out around 20 minutes of some form of exercise you can do. I personally exercise in the morning, in the afternoon, and at night. The third keystone habit is journaling. It's a keystone habit because of the increased self-awareness and mindfulness that it brings. It really does make a difference in everything that I do. I talk about my personal experience and why I started journaling in one of my other videos that I'll link below. For this one, I recommend doing it at night before you sleep. Number 4 is entering flow. To clarify, I'm talking about that feeling you get when you enter the state of mind where you're 100% focused on your work. Just think of how you are when you're cramming for a test. Hours seem to fly by and you're completely immersed in what you're doing. I personally enter flow whenever I'm scripting, editing, playing piano, exercising, and journaling. Honestly, I'm in flow for a large portion of every single day. It can definitely be mentally draining. Every time I play piano for about an hour, I need like 10 minutes of a nap before continuing to play. But I know that means I'm engaged in deliberate practice and that I'm strengthening my mental muscles. Try to enter flow for one of your tasks or projects daily, and you'll find that it begins to ripple into other activities that you do. The last one on my list is to use a daily planner. I think this one is the one that I have absolutely never failed to do every single day for maybe like 3 to 4 years. I actually just thought about it right now, and it's crazy how automatic and integrated it is. It keeps me in check for all the things that I want to do during the day and the week. I include almost everything in it. The times I wake up, eat, work on a project, hang out with friends, buy groceries, and so on. The planner is the keystone to my system. If you want to learn more about how I built my system, check out my new website. I'll leave a link in the description. Anyways, if you've never kept a planner before, you can start off with simple things like having 3 activities you want to do for the day. I write my planner in the standard notes app on my phone. Those were the 5 keystone habits that can have a huge impact on your life, as they have had on mine. I first learned about the idea of keystone habits from Charles Duhigg's book, The Power of Habit. It's a very good book and I'd recommend it. Anyways, definitely consider checking out my new site. It's still going through some changes right now, but I plan on offering a lot of tools that I personally use or have made there. Let me know what you think has been a keystone habit in your life that you recommend in the comments. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.